Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing the Callisto Protocol. Well, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm Zero. Well, let's get to it. So today we're fighting the final boss, but before we get to that, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, and ring that bell to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. So let's get into it. So this is the final boss battle, and unlike 99% of the enemies that you fight throughout the game, you cannot melee this one. And since this game has been released, the developers have seen fit to change the way the boss battle operates. So the boss, when you're too far away, will charge you, and if you're not facing him, he'll instantly kill you. And of course, if you're on the maximum security difficulty, you're dead with one hit anyway, so it doesn't matter. So you have to face him and then dodge. And hopefully at this point you've got one or two guns that are maxed out. If this is your first playthrough, if this is your second or further playthrough, then you're doing the new game plus, where you're carrying everything over. So hopefully you've got everything maxed out or close to maxed out. So originally the boss fight, once you get the shield off of his face by shooting it, obviously, because you can't melee, then what you do is you'll do damage to him, the shield comes down, you do some more damage to him, and then those exploders come out. And previously there were 4 exploders that would come out, and you had to look for them. So the way that they changed it makes the boss fight both harder and easier. Easier because there's only 2 exploders instead of 4 exploders, and so it's fewer that you have to look for. It's harder because the exploders you could throw at the boss and do some decent damage to him. So it elongates the boss battle a bit as well. So on one hand you have the exploders, not where you don't have to worry about them as much, but on the other hand it's going to be a little bit tougher fight. Now, if you come into the fight without very much in terms of ammunition or health, go around the outside edge, and there's a lot of boxes and some health that you can pick up. Now, even after that, you may not have enough, which is another reason to be looking for those exploders, because they will drop some ammo or health. So depending on what you have maxed out, those are basically going to be the guns that you use. And previous to coming to this area, this arena, you'll want to go to the printer and print out as much ammo for those maxed out guns as possible. If you said, "Whoops, I didn't do that. I thought I still had some further, I still had further to go," then it'll be a little bit tougher fight. If you have if it's already maxed out, then you can use your alt fire. Make sure that you're throwing these guys into the boss to do some explosion damage, but you also need to make sure that you're keeping an eye out for them. And if they're coming at you as the boss is charging you, that's kind of a tough situation, as you just saw, where you have to choose between grabbing the guy and throwing it at him, and taking a hit, which is going to take you out. Those melee hits from the boss, there's no coming back from. And if you're on the higher difficulty level, the exploders are going to one-shot you too. So run around, look for health, look for ammo, look for things to throw at the boss. Use the grip to toss things at them, do some damage, so that you're saving some of your ammo to damage the boss. When the shield comes down the first time, then you have to start looking for those exploders, and you should be able to hear them even if you don't see them. So the boss really only has a couple of attacks. He's got that projectile that he uses. He's got a melee, and of course, because you can't melee him, your main weapon that you've used throughout your adventure is completely useless. And you can't use it against the exploders anyway. So grab exploders, throw it at the boss, do some damage, take the shield down, use your projectile weapons, do some damage, dodge your ranged attacks, make sure you're always looking for those exploders, run. You don't even have to run forward, you can just run to the side. So as soon as you can see that he's getting ready to use projectiles, if he's charging at you, you can always jump over one of the low ledges. He'll have to go around. So you've got a couple of options. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to check us out on social media, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And we'll see you next time.
PlayStation